Hello, welcome to Online Government. I have a quick orientation for you to go over a few very important things that you need to know for this course. I'm Mrs. Kaminsky. Many of you were in online econ last semester, so you've already met me or are familiar with me. If you are new to online government, welcome. You have the opportunity at each of the buildings to meet with me if you need help or have any questions. I am available on Mondays and Wednesdays at Elk River High School in the Media Center, Monday mornings, 1st through 3rd hour, and Wednesday afternoons, 5th and 6th hour. I am available at Zimmerman High School on Mondays and Fridays, Monday afternoon in Conference Room C and Friday morning in Conference Room C, and I'm available at Rogers High School Wednesday morning in A108 and Friday afternoon in A108. All right, attendance is taken a little bit differently online than in your face-to-face courses. You are still marked absent if you do not log into your online government course at least once each week. Attendance for this is taken on Monday mornings. If you are marked absent 3 times, that will result in a truancy notification. Just logging in each week but not completing any of the work does not get you a passing grade in the course. You will need to complete the work and earn passing scores in order to pass the class. How is grading done? There are 2 categories, summative and formative. Formative is 20% of your overall grade, which will include daily work, practice, readings, discussion boards, quizzes. Summative, 80% of your total grade, which includes your projects, presentations, tests, and papers. All right, how do you find your grade? There's 2 ways to look up your grade. For the majority of the semester, you'll be looking at the Schoology gradebook. That's where I will enter your daily assignments, your information for your unit. Periodically, throughout the semester, you can find a grade on campus. This will be at progress report time and at the end of the semester. All right, a few tips for being successful in the online course and some expectations when I grade your work are covered here. The first is to make sure you communicate with integrity and respect. That is to me if you're sending me an email or meeting with me, and with your classmates if you're doing group work or in a class discussion. The second is to contribute to the conversation. So if you're asking a question, be specific about the question that you're asking. If you're working with others, make sure that you're contributing positively and moving the information forward. Number 3, consider multiple perspectives. A lot of times in social studies courses, there's not necessarily a right or wrong answer. And so you need to accept that other people may have different perspectives on certain topics. Make sure you connect with classmates. You will most likely be doing group work at some point throughout the semester, and you don't have to be able to meet with those group members in order to complete online group projects. We have a lot of tools that we can use in order for group work to be successful. Number 5 is very important. Check Schoology and your email every day. This includes your Schoology updates, which I'll talk more about in a minute. Email is the primary form of communication. If you're not checking your email at least once a day, then you're probably missing important notifications like, hey, you need to retake this test, or hey, the unit ends on Friday. I will not accept any work after this date. Number 6, respect deadlines. There are deadlines for all units. And if you're doing a group activity, like I mentioned earlier, other people in this course are relying on you as well. And number 7, grammar and punctuation matter. I do check for spelling and that you're using punctuation appropriately, that you're writing in complete sentences. This class is not just sending text messages to your friends. So you need to write like you were writing things out. All right, I talked about updates on that previous slide. Here's an example, if you're not familiar with using updates, where you can find the updates on your Schoology course. I usually do weekly updates, but sometimes I'll post different updates if a unit is coming due, or if for some reason I'm not going to be at your school on an assigned day. You'll find that information in updates. Due dates, I mentioned this as well. There are due dates for each unit. Each unit will have one summative test. Some will have other summative assignments as well, like a project. All formative work is due by the summative due date. If it's not turned in by the summative due date, it will not be graded, ever, throughout the semester. Any formative work not completed by the due date is graded as 0. Summative work will be accepted after the due date, but it will make the semester more challenging if you fall behind. And we do have deadlines on when that summative work extension is due as well. Completion folders. What this means is that all of your units are set up as completion folders. You have to complete items in order to reach the end of the unit exam. You'll also notice that I will create a unit overview for you. This is so that you can kind of plan how you're going to get the unit completed in the time frame that you are allowed to do it. It basically aligns with face-to-face courses, so you're given just as much time to complete these things as people in the face-to-face class would be getting. You do not have to follow this guideline. It's here as a tool for you to use. You can click on this checklist link and then you can check things off as you go so you know how far you are and how much time you need to schedule and plan ahead in order to finish the unit by the due date. All right, if you have any questions at any point throughout the semester, emailing is a primary form of contact. I check my email several times throughout the day. You should get in the habit of doing that as well. If you need to talk to me, you can call and leave a voicemail. All of my phone calls are forwarded to my email, so I will get back to you. And of course, you can come see me at one of the times I'm available at your school.